So every single one of these shirts wears the SteelFit brand, represents what the brand stands for, and also represents your entire system. So you really can't forget it. And also you'll probably have the opportunity to explain this to other people. And I have found this to be life-changing myself. This is why I teach it. That's why I started this program. And I have found messages from people being very similar to this, because this really does completely change your workout structure. It changes the way you think. And that's why I designed this program. Is I designed the Muscle Growth Blueprint not to tell you what to do, but I designed it to teach you how to think, because that's where the power is, right? It's very limited when somebody tells you do this or do that, but when somebody teaches you how to freaking think, that's game changing, and that's what this thing is designed for. So what are the principles of the MGB? Time under tension, perfect execution, going near failure. Was I near failure is the question. The answer is no, I was not. So I need to increase the weight on this next set. What does the back of my shirt say? Tension, execution, near failure. That's the MGB. Those are the principles we follow every single rep. You freaking jacked the weight up more than what they were doing, and with good technique. So why the fatigue happens because we monitored your time and your effort. And when you do those things, it's a lot different than doing this. Trunk forward, chest up, engage your back. Make your back pull your arm. Same weight, different intent, complete focus, perfect execution, maximizing time, pushing near failure. So what are we practicing right here? What's this a cool thing to display? It's a cool way to display pre-fatiguing a muscle. We're using the pull-ups to completely gas our lats. And then what are we doing? We're freaking hitting them again. And we're going to something else to keep gassing them. Think of it like this. When you begin a set, what's the goal? You're starting your set to get to a certain fatigue point, right? Why? What is it about the near failure that matters? Because it's near failure where you're essentially producing all the right metabolic byproducts that help build muscle. Now, why is this important? Because when do most people bail? They bail at the moment where the magic is. So they work the entire set to get to the place where they needed to be, all to bail. Well, what's the point of that? So what it takes is mental endurance and strength to know that logically, I'm at a place where I've been trying to get, so I need to utilize this fatigue point, because this is the place where I'm going to get all the benefit. This is that magic point, right? So when your emotions tell you to bail because it sucks ass, because it's uncomfortable, you got to fight that shit. You have to logically say, no, I know this sucks, but I'm going to push through it, because this is where all the benefit is. This is where emotions and strength training meet. This is why there is more than logic when it comes to resistance training. This is why a lot of people who struggle in here, this is why it can translate to their outside world in their life, because it takes emotional strength to endurance what you could maybe interpret as physical pain. Some people, when I'm training them, they sense muscle discomfort as pain. It can take me up to 2 to 3 weeks to teach somebody that what they're experiencing isn't pain. It's muscle, it's the metabolic byproduct burning sensation, right, that you need. But that's how people interpret it. And that's a big deal, because once again, this is why this stuff, there's a huge mental component to this.